My beloved Tony of Riverbend Rotary, thank you for always supporting me. Tony is a jewel in the community, and if you don't know about the bridges, find out about it on March 26th. And Charlotta and the distinguished president here today, thank you for the invitation, your leadership, and how you steward a club that continues to matter. So now let's get into it. Now let me tell you why this room matters so much to me. As a little girl from the Cedar Grove area who attended all magnet schools and had no choice but to attend because my mom spanked my butt and said, "You will not be bussed outside the neighborhood." So I took my test with anxiety as others took their tests well prepared. My academic gifts afforded me the opportunity to attend South Highlands, Eden Gardens Fundamental Magnet, and the first graduating class, and I'm going to say it again, the first graduating class of Caddo Middle Magnet from 6th to 7th to 8th grade. That's how old I am. And then to the enriched courses at the Captain Shreve High School. I would like to add, I was someone who not only attended Caddo Parish Public Schools, but I was also successful. I even served alongside, while at Captain Shreve, our Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, as freshman vice president, Mr., or as some know, Dr. Whitaker, who is now a principal and moved on to administration in Fort Worth, Norbert Whitaker, and many other greats outside of Captain Shreve. It showed me then that leadership starts early in Shreveport. And it also showed me that I've been running meetings for a long time. I later became a two-time Teacher of the Year through Caddo Parish Public Schools, and what they deem as a clinician, a supervisor of student teachers who were awarded at the LSU level and the state level. And because of that, it awarded me the opportunity for the last 11 years to be a successful and impactful adjunct professor at the Southern University Shreveport. During this time, and there's a story behind it, this high-impact academic instructional time of 96% of dual enrollment students in Caddo successfully passing under the great leadership of Southern and now Chancellor Gant. Because of that, surrounding parishes have students who would no longer have an opportunity, now have one to get a high school diploma and an associate's degree with college credits while being an entering freshman. How amazing is that? Let's give a clap for Dr. Arbor Gant. I know she's not here today, she's traveling. And are there any members from the Caddo Parish School Board here today? All right. Well, to Superintendent Keith Burton, I want to give him a hand as well, because he allows Caddo to continuously contract out and to serve Southern University and surrounding areas and parishes to have continued success with the dual enrollment program. Can we give Mr. Burton a clap? Today, I serve as a national speaker and published author under the great leadership of Dr. Herman Felton, Jr. As a proclaimed history professor and director of the Thelma DeWitte Honors Program at the Wiley University, where scholars can receive a full 4-year scholarship based on their exceptionalism and continuing global impact. But here's the truth today, and I want to talk about the Rotary truth. Titles can change, seasons can change, and some of you with digital business cards, that can change, but service does not. You see, despite every role that you've held, service remains your purpose. It's not just what I do, it's who I am. It's not just what you do, it's what your why is. So whether I'm leading trainings in Junior League, leading trainings for the Association of Junior Leagues International, service projects with Riverbend, or being a part of service and major economic impact in the greatest crew of Shreveport, the crew of Imani. No, I'm sorry, the crew of Gemini. Or definitely being that Delta in the room. Being the Delta in the room has allowed me to stand as the greatest woman among other women for Delta Sigma Theta. And working under Cole this year as the captain of the crew of Gemini has truly taught me how much impact through service and economic impact is here today with the crew of Gemini. So what is the Rotary Why? Let's talk about it. Most people can tell you what Rotary does, but none can explain how they do it. You see, because we are leaders who transform the community, and the leaders in this room know why they serve. You serve Rotary based on staying after a first meeting. Someone could have said yes to one or more committees, or you just kept showing up because you have service at heart. Your why is your fuel, and it's not your fire. And I'm going to say it again. Your why is your fuel, and it's not your fire. Because people can sometimes lose their why, but they don't quit because they don't care. They may quit because they forget what made them care about service in the first place. And don't get me wrong, there can be organizations that drift. They can drift because they get busy, because they maintain tradition, or because they protect the way they've always done things. But tradition without purpose becomes routine. So Rotary has to reconnect sometimes throughout the year to their why. And when you reconnect to your why, your membership grows. When you reconnect to your why, engagement deepens. And when you reconnect to your why, it impacts and multiplies in the community. People don't just attend Rotary missions or meetings. They attend because the Rotary why is clear. It's service above self, integrity, community impact, and global good. But Rotary only works when your personal why meets your organizational mission. Some of you in Rotary serve because you may have had a scholarship that changed your life, a mentor that opened a door, a community that poured into you, or you just simply believe that it is so great to bring others with you. I serve because I saw my grandmother without a high school education always helping others. That story matters, your story matters, and Rotary matters. So let me ask you 2 questions today, and I need 2 volunteers, because one thing about me being raised and born in Caddo and being a 2 times Teacher of the Year, we're going to get engaged, okay? Can I get 2 people to approach the microphone for me? Just 2. Quickly, in essence of time. Thank you. If you would, please introduce yourself by your first and last name and tell me, why did you join Rotary?
Olivia Dossett, and I joined Rotary because I want to help make Shreveport a better place.
All right, don't leave. What keeps you here?
Honestly, it's a great organization. I like the impact it has globally and within the local community, and I love the people I've met.
Wonderful. Thank you for your time. Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me your first and last name and why did you join Rotary?
Hi, I'm Amanda Simpson, and I joined Rotary for the service opportunities.
Okay, and who benefits because you stayed?
Hopefully, Shreveport Bossier, and definitely myself.
Wonderful. Thank you for your time. Let's give them a hand. You see, that third question is one most people forget. Who benefits because you stayed in Rotary? Who benefits from your service in Rotary? And who benefits from all the great ideas and hard work that you put into Rotary? Someone's life is better because you didn't quit and you stayed. Someone's future is brighter because you showed up today. From service to impact, this is what service is for us as Rotarians. Service becomes impact when we align projects with real needs. Service becomes impact when we measure outcomes and not just effort. When we invite new voices and we tell our story boldly. Service above self is not just a motto, it's a strategy. And Rotary is uniquely positioned to lead communities, not just with money, but with wisdom, relationships, and consistency. So I'm here to challenge you today, and I want to have a call to action. Reclaim your why. Why did you join Rotary? Share your why. Your purpose and your why matters because it's why people join. Lead with your why, your mission to remind others of why you stay. There are many ways to do this. Here in this room, right at the table, but most importantly in other tables that you sit at in other organizations and in the community. Another way is to invite someone new. You can always reimagine one project through the lens of successful impact. Because when Rotarians lead with purpose, communities thrive, organizations grow, and legacies are built. Thank you for being the leaders who serve. Thank you for believing in community. Thank you for proving that service still matters. Let us continue to lead, not just with our hands, but lead with our hearts, our purpose, and our why. Service above self is our why, our purpose, and our mission. Thank you today.
Anybody have any questions for Haley?
Does anyone have any questions for today? Well, I want to thank the Downtown Rotary. Oh, he has a question. I want to still thank the Downtown Rotary for everyone that's here. Yes, sir.
Not really a question. Wiley, had a great debate team. Do you still have one? And can you give us some history about the movie about the debate team from Wiley and how they beat the Ivy League schools?
So Denzel Washington came down to Marshall, Texas to film The Great Debaters because of a glorious man by the last name of Dr. Tolson who started The Great Debaters. Now in the story they went against Harvard or Yale, but that's not the truth. They went against another powerful school. However, in doing so, we still have that tradition. My honor scholars are 3rd and 4th place in the nation as great debaters. So do we still continue that tradition? We do. Do we honor that tradition? We do. Because at the Wiley University, we go daily inspired because we extend exceptionalism to all our students to always be better. Are there any other questions? No? All right, well, I would like to say to everyone in this room, I am looking around and seeing familiar faces and some faces that I don't know. You are leaders in this room. And when you leave here today, share with someone something that is great about Rotary so that they can join Rotary and have service and impact as well. Thank you. Okay.
On behalf of the Rotary Club, we'd like to give you this little gift as a speaker. Why don't you tell us what your Rotary journey was? How did you get involved in Rotary? What was, tell us about that.
Well, it was my husband. We were sitting at the bar having a great time, and we saw some distinguished gentleman walking out, and he said, "What is that?" And I said, "Oh, that's the Downtown Rotary Club." And he says, "I want to be a part of that." So on top of all that I do in service with Junior League, Delta Sigma Theta, so forth, we decided to join a Rotary, and we were treated like family in River Bend Rotary. River Bend Rotary has a unique time that they meet, and it's not based off what's at the bar. It's based off our aggressive schedules. It allows me to drive up from Marshall and to be able to partake in service projects and meaningful discussion for the community. So that is why we joined Rotary.
And it just happens that the bar is open when you're there. Right? It's just,
I plead the fifth.
I've been to River Bend. It definitely is.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's hard to stagger out of here, though, at noon or 1 o'clock. A little easier if you're leaving River Bend. No, it's a great club. And, Shreveport-Bossier has a lot of great clubs, and we're very fortunate that we have that. As I've said, our club is now growing. We're now plus 200. We're experiencing great things in Shreveport-Bossier right now, and it is because of Rotary, I think. We have so many great members in here, leaders of the community. I mean, Diane going down, speaking before the subcommittee, that's fantastic. I mean, let them know what's going on. There is life above I-10, right? Yeah, let the governor know. Nothing exists up here. All right, with that, let's see. I want to remind everybody again about Thursday from 4 to 6 on Thursday at Silver Star. I want to thank James Adams, our ever-present money taker, Charlotta for filling in for Lawrence Thank you, Charlotta. Well, Jean saw raffle ticket seller, and then Tom Jackson. Late but not forgotten, he showed up to scan. Thank you, Tom. And again, Charlotta, thank you very much for filling in. It's great. I'm trying to think what else I had on here. I did jot down a few things. Oh, I was going to tell you something. This is in regard to service. So, Danny, you'll find this interesting. RILA. You familiar with RILA? Okay. Last year, RILA was canceled because we had 0 kids sign up. Right now, we have 30 kids signed up and a promise of 10 to 15 more before it's over with. So we're going to have 45 kids at RILA. That's a big deal. I mean, talk about service. That is one of our biggest service things. And I call it service because the youth, or the Rotary Youth Leadership Academy is what it is. Rotary Youth Leadership Awards is a big deal in developing young kids in our community. And my idea is always to keep these kids here. Obviously, I always mention LSUS Centenary and Southern, but Wiley's close enough. But we want to keep them in the community when they graduate, whether it's there or going to what is it still called VOTEC? What is it called, Gail? Technical Community College. Yeah, that is a nice place out there. And I mean, considering what's happened lately with Job Corps, that's the closest thing we have to training kids to go into electrical, plumbing, painting, carpentry, things like that. And those are really, really good vocations to go into. I mean, those guys, you find me an electrician that isn't earning 6 figures right now, and he's not working because they're in real need. Same thing with auto mechanics. Where's Alex? Is Alex here, Baltimore Garage? He'll tell you. Auto mechanics are in short supply. So all these we're in desperate need of. And of course, least we not forget, I look around, I look at former military officers in here from Barksdale. Going into the military is a great career path as well for these young kids. And they learn really great vocations there as well. I mean, the kids that go into Barksdale learn electronics, aircraft mechanics. I mean, they come out with a wealth of knowledge and an ability to compete better than those, that started elsewhere. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. All right, let's get to our drawing here. Oh, let me remind you, next week we have Laura Gunther, who will need to know about respite. Is that correct, Charlotta? Okay. So with that, let's go on to our drawings. Everybody got their tickets? All right. We have $118 was taken in for the foundation, $59 for the foundation, $59 for the winner of lucky ticket number 801. 801. Who's got that? All right, Olivia, there you go. Roll it over. Olivia Carpenter's rolling it over, Charlotta. Then we've got Rose Neath gift basket for $718. $718. All right, there you go. And then we've got 3 half-dozen eggs from Andy Sheehy's hens. So that goes to ticket number, first one goes to ticket number 832. 832. Scott, all right. And then 757 for the second. 757. All right, there you go. And the last one goes to 848. 848. Oh, right there. All right. Look at that. Everybody had tickets today. That's exactly. You got 2 of the speakers that stood up. They both went, you're right, Dana. That's great. All right, so with that, does anybody have anything else they would like to discuss as we're ahead of time here? Yes, go ahead. Okay, packing boxes at the food bank on March 26th at 1:30 at the Northwest Louisiana Food Bank, 1:30, okay? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
So I wanted to give everybody a save the date in advance for the district banquet that will be on Saturday, May the 16th. At the Petroleum Club. I know there'll be something more official, but put it on your calendar. We're trying to encourage more attendance this year. We're going to put together a much elevated program. So put that on your calendar, plan to be there. It is a fundraising event for the foundation, but we're going to make it so that you will want to attend. So I wanted to include that.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. And just as a reminder why it's so important for the foundation, the district foundation, you know, I mentioned RILA earlier. As you all know, the cost is about $500 a child to go to RILA. And these children, these kids do not pay to go to RILA. We pay for that. The clubs pay for that. If we can't come up with the money from the clubs, the district always steps up and pays for that as well. That includes getting the kids over there to RILA and Dubach. Yeah, LJ.
Since we have time, I have just the announcement that tomorrow we will be doing one of our clean sweeps. It'll be in Highland. So we are going to meet at the Old Don Seafood at 8 a.m. We'll go through about 12 p.m. We're going to have breakfast. And then if you want to pick up some litter, just meet me out there. I'll suit you up. And then we have Love the Boot Week coming up as well. And on April 18th, we have our Great American Cleanup, which is just a big way to get out there, clean up, enjoy the weather, get some recreation, and then you might win some cash, which is really fun to do. So if you can bring me the most litter, I'll give you $100.
I'll just bring it from my house. Hey, LJ, for those who don't know, it was Shreveport Green. She's the director of Shreveport Green. And what was the thing tomorrow at? Clean sweep.
We're going to do this once a month through October. So tomorrow, March 18th, we're meeting for the cleanup in Highland, and that's going to be at the Old Don Seafood lot.
Okay, so the Old Don Seafood lot at Kings and Highland
At 8 a.m.
at 8 a.m. That's for clean sweep. Okay, thank you, LJ. Anything else, Tom? You have anything you want to add? No? Okay. Yes? That's a good look. It's a good look. I'm getting too comfortable with this on. Yeah, do you want to say, Megan, do you want to say anything about the rock stars? And since we have time, and then Jared can come up and talk about the A-team? Come on up. Yeah. Is the chart up? Can you throw it up there again, please, Matt? Yeah, he has it.
All right, rock stars. So sad to tell you that this is the first month we're not in the lead. Okay, don't get too excited. If you look, we are beating the other team in attendance, in giving, in visitors, and events. So we're rocking it in 4 out of 5. Okay, the one thing that we're missing is new members. So what I can encourage you guys to do is continue to attend, to give, to visit, but we need more members. But otherwise, 4 out of 5, guys. So we're pretty much kicking butt. All right?
You rock stars are very nice people. And I want you to look down at your badge to see if you have a star on it so you know if you are a rock star. I understand that you guys were in the lead for a good while, but lavish lifestyles, jets, private security, addiction management, all of those things that you're spending money on, I totally understand you're not able to give to Rotary at the moment, but the A-team, you guys don't have all those problems, so we're expecting great things from you coming from now forward. Right, Megan? Okay. Y'all are great people.
I mean, don't look at that chart as one team ahead of the other. Just look at it as though the rock stars are just losers. So if you just ended at that, I think it's pretty straightforward. It's like I told all my kids, they all played travel ball all growing up, and I always told them, I said, you know what second place is first place loser. So, the rock stars are going to get used to that, I'm afraid. So, the A-team, come on. This is the bully pulpit, I'm sorry. But with that being said, is everybody ready to get out of here? Well, please stand and join me in the 5-way test. Of all the things that we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And will it be fun? Rotary is adjourned. What? What? Oh, yeah, no. Hey, Megan, that's only in love and war.